I was distracted. Maybe should I close the window? I don't know. But there's some noise outside sometimes. It can be annoying. Anyway. More yume, I suppose. Hold on, yeah, let me get up and close the window real quick. Bro, it's getting warmer again, and I love it. It's really good. Hopefully you can properly hear me, because I want... Whatever. Yeah. Yume. It's getting harder and harder, and I love it. It's really comforting. Very nice. Very nice. Especially yesterday. Yesterday, it was so warm. I went out and... Did I save? I didn't. Okay. Hold on, let me turn on the... Yeah, why not? Yeah, yesterday I went to a convention. Like an anime, manga, video game collection, convention, but primarily focused on anime. But obviously there were going to be some video game stuff as well, and it was incredible. It was my first convention ever, especially an anime convention. I feel like this is like the space that really fits me, and it was really fun too. Like I got to see, like as I went there with a friend, and as we got there, by bus, I saw some cosplays already. What is the chat? Okay, maybe I just turn it off. The hell? Get viruses somehow by pirating? Well, you'd be surprised, bro. Not everybody is like not everybody does this kind of stuff. Okay. Yeah, as we went there, we saw some cosplays already, and it was pretty nice. Just the amount of effort that people put into their craft is actually astounding. And usually, I'm not actually a huge cosplay type of guy, but once you see them in real life, it's like completely different. Because when you're on social media, obviously, you always end up seeing the best of the best, and you're kind of conditioned to only see that, you know. Why is it snowing? Yeah, you're only conditioned to see the best of the best, and obviously it influences you into thinking that it just doesn't look that great. But once you're really there and you see the people and the amount of effort they put into their costumes, you're like, man, this is incredible. Like I saw a Chainsaw Man, like the Chainsaw Devil cosplay, and it looked incredible. It was actually really good. Like he put a lot of effort, like with the chainsaws. He made 4 chainsaws, and it just looked. It was crazy. Wait, isn't this where I wanted to go, initially? Wait. Sorry, I'm going into a tangent right now because I want to try out something real quick. What was it again? I forgot one. Oh yeah. To go back to the website. Okay, now I opened it. Oh my god, I'm not logged in. Good thing I saw that. I mean, it really doesn't need to log me out every single time, you know? Also, where was it? The exploration thing. Oh, there it is. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, maybe playing it like this makes it way more convenient, doesn't it? Also, one issue that I have is that when I make a second window and I close the second window, it also closes my main window, and I really don't want that to happen. So I think for the time being, I will just let it stay like this, cause I don't want to risk it. Anyway, the origin. Wait, I don't even know where I am. Well, first of all, I need to log in as well. So I'm doing a lot of things at the same time, and I can't really tell I suppose my story. Okay. This is ridiculous. Usually I should have that verify you're not a robot thing. So what if I separate the tab? Yeah, but okay, regarding that convention, well, I went there with a friend, and it was genuinely fun to be around, because we didn't actually do much. We mostly just walked around and looked at the stuff that was there, that I already knew about pretty much. And you had like merchandise, you had some booths, you had a bunch of stuff, new stuff that we only discovered like way later in the day. We were there around noon, I think, because we were on a line. We're standing in a line for a good bit in the beginning. Otherwise, hold on. Household shenanigans. Yeah. Otherwise, we didn't do much. I think we only attended one event. This really doesn't want to work. Okay, this is I hate this. Oh yeah, got the split screen thing. Um, didn't even charge. Great. Oh, no, I did somewhat. So from the Nexus, it was the Atabana Gardens, right? Jesus Christ. Are we good? Okay. No, it was the Lotus Waters? Well, yeah, either way, just being around, it was the vibes really that made it really fun. And it didn't feel awkward, it didn't feel weird or anything. Oh, I'm still good. Okay. Wait. Um, being there was it was just nice, man. Like how else can I say it? Because being it was really my first exposure to a large group of people interested in multiple things that I'm interested in, all that anime, video game stuff, fandom culture, just being assembled into one, and just seeing everybody enjoying themselves, taking pictures, walking around, talking, doing their thing, seeing kids, even adults and seniors cosplaying into the things they're really interested in. Amazing. Just very comforting in a way. Like seeing all these people who have always wanted to do, like all these people who are always interested into these uh, various amount of cultures, and whether it's internet culture or anime culture, all that stuff, and seeing them assembled in one, just, I don't know, just great. Feels awesome. Okay, I'm not sure where I am. I'm not sure where, if it's, you know what, wait, no. I have no clue where I'm at, and I will just leave it as such. Okay, I'll try logging in again, but this is bugging out, so I'm not sure what to do. But one thing that was pretty interesting, that was, oh, okay, Jesus Christ. I think the reason that no, there was one particular aspect one particular thing that I really wanted to see at that day, which was what was it again? Oh, it was I came there for Mahiro Maeda. He was, or he is, I'm not sure, at least for the beginning of his career, more or less. He was the director of, he was one of the directors of the original Evangelion anime and the first movie, The End of Evangelion. And I thought, I have to watch this. It came like 10 minutes late, which wasn't really an issue, and the presentation was like around an hour long, which was pretty good too, because it was I expected it to be more jam-packed, if I'm being honest, but I can't really complain because it was really interesting either way. So, oh, oh, actually, let me go by foot. I wonder if I can even enter these doors. Yeah, we talked about multiple things, which was his inspirations um, for the angels that he made, and the mechas, that they looked like kind of organic looking, like humanoid, but also robotic, which was like the most appealing thing about the designs, which like they looked like, yeah, they looked pretty organic, but there was still like mecha thing to them, which felt like kind of contradictory. It's like they were man-made, and yeah, like man-made, like androids. I'm not sure, but strange-looking androids. Anyway, he talked about this, and what's interesting is that Hideaki Anno, because he mentioned his name, who's like the creator of of Evangelion, he had like not like he had no vision. Like the design of the angels. Oh, interesting. Anyway, he didn't have the vision that Maeda had. Okay, and and it's interesting because the things that we have the most doubt about end up being the best things ever. And in that case, it's just incredible to see him talk about this kind of stuff. And also answered questions regarding the transition between like CGI and different mediums. What's interesting as well in this, and as a creator, as a creative person, as somebody who makes art, I should have probably expected that response, but he said that regarding the shift in technology, it didn't change anything to his craft as long as his creativity remained unharmed. Because all the ideas, all the creating, especially considering the fact that he isn't responsible for aspects such as how to adapt things to be like widescreen or HD. Like this is not his department. But regardless, despite these things, they will always never have an issue in the long run. Ever. They won't ever have an issue because your creativity is already established, and once it's established, it's rather the medium. Well, yeah, it's rather the medium and the change of technology that will mostly impact or mostly be influenced by your creativity. And I like that response. He also talked about AI. He had a he had a stance that I mostly agreed on, which was that for certain aspects where the production can be very daunting and um, um, like very time constraining and can probably cause harm towards the long run of the production and the other departments. Um, like there are some aspects he said, like I think like background art or something like this, where it probably needs some aid. I'm not sure what he referred to. I'm not sure again. Again, this is crazy. Is this blood? Like in those regards, he said that it could be useful, but he says that ultimately it won't. He doesn't really stand for it because it's rather because he sees value. I think he also addressed also um digital, what was it again? Yeah, digital mediums such as like yeah drawing with a drawing tablet and stuff. He said that even like I'm not sure if I can fully agree with it, but he said that are these knives? That God, I'm also already losing my train of thought. Let me think. Oh, what the? Uh, oh, interesting. Hmm. Yeah, that's a screenshot. Wrong one. Techno. Oh yeah, this is okay. Wait. No, I don't want to go back to the website. I'm too lazy. I forgot which word I wanted to go to. Oh God, not this again. Yeah, I forgot my train of thought. Oh yeah, I think it was. He said that as we're advancing in technology, we will probably go back in time, more or less, like in parentheses, in quotation marks, I mean, which is that we will probably find even more value in traditional mediums later on. Because the question that the other guy said, because they had a translator in the middle, and there was like a guy who asked like who gave the questions and stuff. He yeah he asked how what he thinks about traditional mediums and if they will probably have any significance in the anime industry again. To which Maida responded that yeah this it might have yeah it's probably gonna have more importance as we walk towards this constant ceaseless evolution of technologies. What the hell? And also, one thing that was like, this was like pure eye candy to me, but ear candy to me, which was that he Like he talked like just hearing the terms like Sakuga Kantoku or Genga or Sette or character design and all that stuff. Just amazing. It's like watching YouTube videos in real life. I'm playing. Um, just incredible. I loved it. I'm not sure what to do. I'll just go back because I can't do anything. Yeah, I think just this whole presentation, just amazing, just incredible. I thought at some point we could ask questions to Maeda. Um, Also, I'm not sure if you should use honorifics for this person, such as okay, it's kind of like it's real, but also it's kind of cringe. But I will say fuck it, so I just call him Maeda-san. Um, I'm not sure if you could ask him any questions. Well, no, I thought you could ask him any questions, which is why I prepared some that were also answered as I was writing them. But it was pretty unfortunate, honestly. I mean, he was only there just to do his interview and ask like respond to some questions. I'm not sure what else he talked about. I forgot. Um, there was something else. I might remember, but I'm not sure. That's ominous. Not sure if I can. I should go down there. That's crazy. What else did he talk about? Yeah, there was like he talked about the designs. Oh, he also talked about how he actually I'm not sure if he was talking about himself or Hideaki Anno, but he said that as he was climbing up um the the hierarchy of the workplace, he um and ended up becoming director of the series. He actually never was a huge fan of being a director because it just means that he has to give um, orders to people, which he probably fundamentally isn't really the biggest fan of. But implying that he rather chose let people do whatever they wanted. Obviously, I'm assuming he also gave them some base criterias and what they wanted to do, but I'm assuming he just didn't want things to be exactly as he wanted to see them. Maybe they came up with like better ideas, and I think that's such a nice thing to hear in a creative workplace. Like really a creative workplace from creators by creators, you know. From well, what by creators for creators. Really inspiring to hear that, and that's really something that I'm striving to do as well. If I ever get to a level like this, maybe not, but just in general, I don't like giving orders either. And granted, I do have a certain vision for things, and I think it would also challenge my perfectionism. Is it getting red or am I tripping? Yes, it is. Just that my screen is kind of awful, so I had to look at OBS. Oh. Not even sure where I'm going. Where I should have gone through that one door. It is really pretty though. I will say that. Yeah, it's... Okay, yeah, I'm gonna die. Oh, I'm gonna wake up. Interesting. Damn. That's crazy. Peculiar. Very peculiar. Um, I think there was also there was this director thing. What else was there? Oh yeah, there was also a drawing that he made. I think he just does a tour through different conventions to talk about himself and his 40 years of experience. And the in the back in the backdrop there was like a huge there was like a huge screen of like a painting he made. It was a whole mural of the main Evangelion characters. It was really well made. It was really good. Mm. It was well made, but I wasn't the biggest fan of it, like art style wise. But that doesn't change much. I mean, everybody has his own taste, you know. I still can go there. It's still so dark. Yeah, I think I've gone through here, but I end up going. I end up going to the same path all the time. I think. I don't think I've seen this. This has to be new. I like the music. The music is not bad. Interesting. What else did he talk about? Well, there were really some main parts, like main subjects that he was talking about. I'm also trying to think about questions he responded. Well, anyway, there was more stuff that was going on during the convention. I also took a lot of pictures. Oh, yeah, the last thing that he said was that I'm not sure if it was regarding a question, but it was like the conclusion of the presentation, which was that he said that oh man, I wish I got reminded of the context. I think that it was regarding a question, but I'm just gonna say it. He said that when he was going back home and get back to a studio in Japan, that he would probably like that he would return to a studio and talk about how okay, he was talking about how he was going to meet up with his colleagues and stuff and say that um oh yeah, it was probably regarding how what he creates, he's probably not he's not always aware of how the perception of the people um yeah, he's not aware of the perception of people. Oh yeah, he said that it's only when um oh yeah, I think the question was are you satisfied, like how do you feel when a project is done? How do you feel, or like how satisfied are you, or something along those lines? And he said that how he oh great, I'm really trying to remember this because it was so, I loved this response. It's just so hard to put it into words if you sort of forgot about it. Okay, there's nothing here. Let me think. The music is really pretty, by the way. I think it was in a way where he tried to tell us that he was probably not going to be always satisfied, but what rather satisfied him, what he considered to be done is when the spectators watch it, which was really interesting because this opens a perspective. Because the thing is, he said that he said this, and what he said afterwards is that regarding regarding the fact that he would go home to Japan and go back to the studio with his colleagues, and he would show his colleagues that there are people right in front of him, like all of it, he was in a like we were in the theater when this presentation was there, and it wasn't jam packed, but there were a lot of people, and he said that these people, whenever he does these tours, it's like a reminder of how much people care and how important that is to him, and how much he likes, like how much worth it that gives to his creations. Well, maybe he didn't fully say it like this, but just along the lines of, here's a reminder of how important it is to create things, because people out here care, and it's important to just it's important to make things. And that's what satisfies him. The end for him is when the spectator sees it. And that is always the end of things. I never really considered that. I thought the end was, posting it. Like, whenever I make an animation, my end is when I'm firstly done on Clip Studio Paint, which is not the end. When I close the when I have watched the animation 5 bajillion times on loop. Once it was done, I exported it, put it in my folders. Oh, well, this game's always so unexpected. Is that a shrimp? Okay. Awesome. I hate this game. The music is nice. Yeah, I export my video, this and that, and if I made those short animations, like these loops, they would always end up on Twitter. But this wasn't really my end result. It was rather like I shipped it somewhere, you know. It's like I didn't put it into the same equation. I never, even though I do think about how I want people to perceive me, and I want to see how I want people to see, like, I want to get approval from others, and want them to compliment my stuff or like my post and all that and comment on it. It was never part of the end results, weirdly enough. It never was, and I never really considered that. Like, I think when you think about a project, it really goes from A to Z, from the mere idea, from the mere thought that you had in your head, maybe even further, from the mere things that you consume that could potentially influence what you end up creating, all the way up to the point where you just create something, all the way up to the point where somebody sees it. And maybe nobody sees it neither. So you just end up showing it to the world that nobody inhibits, but it still exists in this world. And someday maybe somebody will stumble upon it and say, wow, this is actually really amazing, how come nobody has seen it? And maybe someday more people will see it and it will become popular and it's like a cult classic. Oh my god, I love the music. This is my shit right there. This is like Fruity Arrow based. Nice. Aim and break. I wasn't sure if it was actually the aim and break, but that last is it a break? I'm not sure, but it's just really good regardless. This one's really good. Well, yeah. Oh no, bro! I hate worlds like these. I wonder why they always do that. This is so lame. Why is he panicking like this? Oh, okay. So this was one of these worlds where you have to kinda, like, where you're just stuck and you have to wake up. Anyway, I'll just avoid it the next time. Yeah, so I just should think about what I think one thing that always feared me is just just that the perception of others for some irrational reason. And I should be more open about it. And the thing is, I've done the Good Doodle to Live Again series just for that reason, for people to not see my work, for me to not be influenced by what others could say. Oh fuck, okay. This Pac-Man, bro, what is this? Yeah, I tried avoiding that, but as I feel like it did help me, but I think I'm now at the point where I also need the opinions of others. That sound is horrific. Why is he moving so much? Yeah, it is important. It is really important. So when I end up posting something, I should probably do it with my fullest, with my fullest honest, with my fullest honesty, and not let myself, not beat myself up or something, or just, you know, not just let myself. I hate mazes. Oh, great. It's not like it doesn't want to go away either. It just stalls there. I'm just gonna wait here. It's like those Tori Ningen from Yume, the first one. Yeah, he doesn't want to go away. Awesome. Oh. Okay. My god, bro. He's so quick. And Dragon Ball as shit. I feel like every time I always have this pessimistic view of people whenever I'm kind of gone for a bit, and I get this sort of superiority complex into that influences me into saying stuff of how chronically online people are, and how they also need a break like me, only for me to end up being constantly online again. That's kind of hypocritical and lame, I will say that. Even though I'm kind of right about it, I lose merit in saying that when I just do the same thing that they do. Less worse though, but I'm still doing something along with those lines, you know? Is this where I came from? Yeah, I did. Let me go back actually. That word was kind of strange, if I'm being honest. So yeah, I think it's important for me to consider my audience, even though I kinda don't like it, on YouTube at least, because of how people only see me for like a animation making machine and nothing else. There's some people who respect my work, who love how dedicated I am. Oh, new Nexus. I think I've seen this on a thumbnail before. The fact that there's multiple nexuses is pretty interesting. It's a cool concept to have. I never know where to go. The music's also pretty nice. Nope. Yeah, okay, just going back to the convention. Um, yeah, I mean, it was. We just walk. Oh, this looks familiar. Um, oh yeah, we took some breaks. I took some pictures. Took a picture with yeah. Let me tell the pictures I took with the people. I took a picture with uh I suppose a couple. It was a Utah. Like there were two girls. It was a Utah and a Maki. And to be fair, I did feel kind of awkward taking this picture. Um, I'm not sure why though. Like there's something off. I'm not sure. And later on, I saw the Maki flexing her muscles. And it was pretty awesome. Um, but yeah, two of my favorite characters, which is pretty good. I also took a picture with Hornet um, from Hollow Knight, and yeah, this was pretty cool. I told them that I didn't finish the game yet, and they didn't even play the game neither. They didn't play the first Hollow Knight yet. They did play Silk Song. I think they finished Silk Song. I didn't hear much because they were under a mask and I didn't hear very well. Um, I also took a picture with Furry. This was like the highlight. That was my first time actually seeing a furry. Um, and the thing is, I don't. When I say this, I don't really care whether I see them for the first time or not. I think I'm not sure if it's because I'm desensitized from seeing these. Well, desensitized is a crazy word. Um, but I'm. It's like I'm so used to seeing these things all the time through social media that they don't necessarily quote unquote phase me. Like it's like I'm seeing these things again, like as if I saw them like a couple weeks ago, you know. So it's not like anything crazy to me. I really wanted to take a picture with a furry though. It was pretty awesome. What else? Just back on Discord. Um, I took a picture of my homegirl with the admirals from One Piece. It was Aokiji and Kizaru. I forgot the actual name. Oh yeah, it was Kuzan and Borsellino, right? Whatever. Yeah, and I when I took the pictures of them, they were like really happy to see it. Like there was there was uh, cackling and just cracking up seeing me take a picture with the 3DS as I always do. I tend to forget that it's actually a quote unusual and weird thing, but I love it, so I don't care. Um, but the thing is, he saw it. Like I showed him the picture and stuff, and he was like he took his bag. He was like, uh, guess what I'm pulling out the like out of my bag or something. And I was like, well, I don't know. Yes, like I had no clue. I was thinking, yes, sure, like of course, like if I'm gonna show you your 3DS, obviously you're gonna pull out your 3DS, like a new 3DS, unless he was gonna pull out like some insanely high tech modern 3DS, which he did. He pulled out an AYN Thor. And I this was so crazy. This was my first time. This okay for this in this case um, it was special to see it. Oh, I remember this theme, but oh, it's this world. Okay, hmm. It was just wild. I was so shocked. He pulled it out what like it's nothing. He had Hades on it. He had Terraria. He had I saw Cuphead. I took a picture of it. It was like a shaky and blurry picture, unfortunately, but it also took a different picture on my 3DS. Except that on the 3DS you couldn't really see it since I took a picture on the 3DS. So I might be kind of. Okay. Um. Yeah. So I'm kind of stupid, but it's okay because I got to see AY and Thor. He pulled that shit out like it was nothing, man. Like wow, like it was nah. I had to dap these two guys up. These were like my most favorite people in that whole place. And I wish I could have. I was able. I wish I could have been able to talk to more people like this. But it's a bit weird to. I'm not sure how to necessarily approach people. Because I think inherently it's not really an issue to approach people, especially if you have the same interest and stuff. But because in that way you have something at least to talk about. But I don't know, because there's so many. It's like, why you? You know, what kind of conversation are we going to have? Especially with my homegirl next to me, and you know, I don't want her to be like out of the conversation either. Anyway, regardless, I was really happy. We saw them like like I don't know, like 15 minutes earlier too. When we saw them walk around, they were already taking some pictures with other people, and then right immediately we took a picture, and then I got to see his AY and Thought and adapt them up, and I was really happy. So cool, really cool guys. Um, but yeah, yeah, and then oh yeah, we got to meet up with my homegirl's cousin, and she was with other three girls. Um, like she was essentially babysitting. This is the most earthbound looking place ever, I swear to God. Um, and they were also nice. Like I remember her cousin because she was around. Like she was really cool. She was around for my homegirl's birthday, and she was there with, I think they were like the um the little sisters of her. Okay, like they were the sisters of her boyfriend, and they were pretty nice. There was one, she was like really active and stuff. Found out she was like 13, turning 14. Um, and yeah, she was really sweet too. Like we played some Mario Kart. I had to explain to her what a Nintendo Switch was, which was it was kind of crazy if I'm being honest. Why is he doing the speed face? Like, are you seeing this? I swear I'm not. Yeah, this was worth keeping, but now I can't save any other pictures. I need more badges. I don't like that system if I'm being honest, because I want to take so many pictures in this game. Yeah, we also took pictures at some booths that we got to print out and keep as like, you know, like souvenirs. But I was taking a bunch of pictures anyway on my 3DS. But having it physically was awesome. There was a Dun 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 one with some props and stuff. I took a picture with my homegirl there, which was cool. Oh, we also took a picture with the Zorro cosplayer, and we walked past by him, and we were both like, "Yo, this was a really good cosplay. Like, bro was really handsome. Like, he was really good looking." So, and we were hesitant because we were like, "Yo, should we take a picture and stuff?" And as we were getting closer to him, I did feel kind of nervous, and I was about to say that I nearly ended up not going to him, but I thought, yeah, nah, fuck it, let's ask him anyway. And we went up to him. He looked cool as fuck. We asked him, yeah, if we could take a picture and stuff, and we took a picture on my 3DS. And he was with his friend group, and so he had my girl, my homegirl, like posted up with him. Like they were posing for the picture, of course. And as I was pulling up my 3DS, and he was like I took up my 3DS and stuff, take a picture with this. He was like, "Gonna take a picture with this?" It was a pretty funny moment. But then as we were like as we were getting ready, um, he just took off his, this upper part of his kimono, like the kimono that Zoro wears. So it was just like shirtless, and he was buff, you know. He was, he was good looking, but he was just shirtless, and I didn't understand what was going on. Took a picture anyway. I was like, yo, and stuff. Oh, this is a really pretty word. And and then he took out his katanas and stuff, put it behind my homegirl's head, like posing, and naturally he got kind of closer, and I was like, yo, bro. um, yeah. And like once we were done with this interaction, we kind of walked away, and we just looked each other in the eyes, and we just started laughing, and we just talked about like crazy. It was really funny. It was funny as hell. Um, so yeah. Um, nah, but the admirals, they were like the best ones for me. Like they were so cool. Even if the interaction was really brief, I loved it. Also, I filmed a lot with my 3DS, and I even had some reactions like in the back. I didn't react, of course, since it's like a normal practice to me. But as I was filming, sometimes you had like people in the back, like some girls, some guys saying like he's fine with his 3DS and stuff, like hyped up. Obviously, they didn't judge me. Um, what else was there? Um, oh yeah, yeah. I was shocked. Like initially, while I was walking around, I thought I got zero answers. Like I got no street pass while I was walking around. I thought that's impossible. There's no way nobody has a 3DS. Like not one person out of all these people. And ultimately, I did expect more, but I did got get a fair amount. I got the most in a day, at least. Um, and which was pretty nice. Also, I had this conversation. This was about this friend plus plus thing that I talked about with my classmates, which was that I was probably going to find my friend plus plus at the spot through the street pass or something, which was obviously goofy and funny, but um, which was weird, which was funny and kind of romantic and stuff, but obviously it never ended up happening. So it'd be like that. Not that I really care neither. So I'm just happy to get some street passes. This world is really nice. I like it. Maybe a bit too repetitive, but it's kind of pretty. Oh, menu type. Okay. Um, Interesting. At least I got some badges. Um, yeah, just to go back to um, yeah, just to go back to the sisters of the cousin's boyfriend. Yeah, to the sisters of my homegirl's cousin's boyfriend. This is a crazy sentence. That was the one that I talked about, like the 13-year-old. Um, didn't even catch her name. So stupid. I didn't ask her name. Um, she. The thing is, when they went, like when they were ready to head home and we said bye and stuff, and when it was just my homegirl and me wanting to do the last tour, she told me about how she like this girl. She was like in a, not sure how you call it, foyer, but it's like a place where I think you're you live with like different, like, is it a foster home? Yeah, probably like a foster home, where she like lives with other kids. I'm assuming. Um, and she said that because she seemed a bit, quote, special, even though that was like, even though she was like the kid I liked the most. And you know how kids are. They be like really judgmental and kind of rude and like try to be cool, so you don't really want to deal with them. But in her case, she was like really energetic and was curious about stuff, asked questions, and um, she wasn't necessarily annoying, you know. Um, just yeah, just great vibes. So so she told me that she was kind of special because when you're like 13, it's like the time where you trying to you obviously naturally become like a teenager, but there's like this thing where it's nearly as if you have to prove yourself that you are becoming a teenager, that you get interested into more sophisticated things and you know like things start become bigger than, I don't know, with toys and whatever. Though in her case, it's also just it comes with a certain demeanor. But in her case, it's like she was like pretty normal. Well, not normal, but what I would expect from a 13-year-old. Usually speaking, and I mean not usually speaking, but what I would truly expect from a 13-year-old, which is that in her case, she was like, it felt fully authentic in the way she just spoke, the way she, like her energy, It's hard to explain, but I think I'm gonna wake up, fuck it. And it's while I get what my homegirl was trying to say, it is also a bit upsetting that, um, it's upsetting that it has to be considered this way. It's upsetting that this is what. It's hard to explain this, frankly. Let me think. No, yeah, it's hard to um like it sucks that it has to be said this way. In the sense where she's not fully wrong. I'm I'm losing track. I'm not sure what I want to say, but I have an idea of what I want to say, but I'm not sure of how to express it. Oh no, it's the insect world. Fuck no. Oh. Um, like you get scrutinized for this thing, and she's kind of, from what I'm understanding, like she appears to be sort of out of the box, from all these other, what the hell? Okay. Um, like she seems to be like the most authentic 13-year-old there is, actually. And I hope she keeps that energy. And I feel like for her, I don't wanna like diminish, like demean my homegirl, of course, but it sucks that she even said that to begin with, that she was quote special. What's special about her, if anything, what's special about her is that she's being honest and being herself, and that's beautiful. And you could genuinely feel it too. She did. The thing is, yeah, you can be authentic. Yeah, you can be authentic, but not for the most part. That's where my issue lies. Can't be fully authentic sometimes. I feel like in her case, there was like a certain innocence that she kept within herself that should be protected for all children. So yeah, I mean, yeah, again, just not to diminish her, of course, not to demean my homegirl for saying it, but it is sad that it's being, that stuff like this is being said in the first place. And I think I'm probably gonna meet her like only once and never see her again, but it was great to see her. It was like a lot of just I'm not sure how to explain this, but it's like nice to interact with people like these, like just children like these. Because frankly, it does kind of, you know how kids be, like teens, or like kids trying to be teens, or teens trying to be adults, having a certain demeanor. Like they always want to kind of act tough, and I don't really deal with this, which is why I mostly ignore most of the kids in my neighborhood, which I probably shouldn't do because it comes off as kind of ignorant and judgmental. But in that case, it felt great. It was awesome. I also beat on Mario Kart, and it was also my first time playing Mario Kart World. However, it was probably like it was like 50 cc, so it was kind of slow, which made it even easier. But yeah, it was my first time playing that game, and it felt nice. But it was just a demo anyway. But it was nice. It was pretty fun. It was just a Mario Kart, if I'm being honest. I don't think it's worth spending $90 on that shit, but $90 for a game is fucking crazy, by the way. For a game that has like zero content in it too. Like what the hell? But yeah. We bought some stuff. I bought like a chopper plushie, which was also some sort of keychain, but it has an ace design. Like he has like it's like Chopper, but his clothes are Ace's color palette. With the color palette of Ace's clothes, essentially. And that was pretty nice, and I gave it to my sister. Well, not yet actually, but I bought it for my sister. It was $10 and it really hurt my soul. Then I bought like candy, those candies. There was like a Ghibli movie, this really sad one with this brother and his younger sister, and the guy always gave her those candies in this little metal box. And yeah, I bought that. And I was initially going to buy some mochi, and then I thought for a second, and I thought, why would I spend $10 on mochi? So I bought the candies for the same price, unfortunately, just to keep a stupid box. Okay. What in the hell? Okay. I might be stupid. What the hell? I'm not sure what's going on. Okay. This is eerie though, if I'm being honest. I'm so confused. What is this? Fuck it. Maybe I'm giving up too quickly. I'm not sure though. I was thinking, should I interact with it? And I did, and I immediately regretted it. Should have just gone downstairs. Yeah, in the end, I do regret my purchases. I think in total I spent... Yeah, I think I spent like 36... Damn it. Like 36 or 7. Fuck. 36 or 7 bucks in a day. I also bought a Mudkip. Like a very, very little Mudkip figurine, which cost me $8. And I just received money very, very recently too. I also had to pay my bus ticket. Man, this is painful. Wow. Off of one day when I was thinking I wasn't gonna buy anything. Well, I did think about buying something, but I should have put my limit to like 20 bucks. Because that's. Like, I think I could have dropped the candy. At least that. The bus ticket was also pretty painful, but since I took the bus, since I took a bus, I didn't want to risk getting controlled and stuff. Um, but I mean, I guess it is what it is to an extent. No, I could have prevented this. I really need to get better at managing my money, if I'm being honest. At least, well, I will get some money by the 20th, which also hurts a bit. But, oh god, I wish I could have got my money around when was it? Last month. I was supposed to get money the 20th, but I had 50 cents left to to receive it, and I just couldn't receive it, and it was so painful because I thought, what am I gonna do with all the projects I have to make? But yeah, I guess it is what it is. Mm, yeah, but that day was incredible. I'm really happy about it. First experience. There was a different convention earlier in the month. Oh, again! Wow, I fell for the inn. Yeah, there was a different convention earlier in the month. No, last month that my classmate went to, and it was well. I really wanted to go there, because I think that really depended. How do I say this? Like, if I had gotten the money to, if I had gotten my money last month, I probably could have gone there too. We could have gone together as well. But she ended up going alone because she was invited because she has a different friend who works there, and she was allowed to give some tickets to some random people, which she got. Except that she was alone, so. Hold on a sec. Forgot what I was talking about. I mean, it was great. Pretty much it. Still crazy. I had to explain somebody. Like, we've really gotten to the point where I had to explain what a 3DS was. Wow. Like, we're really getting old. Like, we're getting older. Not old, but it's still so insane. Wow. She kept calling my 3DS a Switch. What the hell? That's crazy. And then I made her play New Super Mario Bros. I had 11 lives. She took like 6 of them. She kept dying off of the same Goomba. Talking about the kid, by the way. Cute. Yeah. So awesome to see Maeda. Was the first time I found out about him. Well, I saw the planner, like the list, like the, I don't know what to call it, but I saw the program of the day, of the different days. There was one day with this YouTuber, this French YouTuber called Cyprien. I'm not sure, like, I've heard his name, he's like really popular in France, and my homegirl really wanted to see him. But ultimately we ended up being in this conference. Also, it was completely full. Like, we couldn't even see him. Like, everybody went to see Cyprien. That's how much buzz he has. But yeah. Yeah, very great experience. Got to take a picture with a furry. I might need to continue Silk Song. Oh, there was, okay, one regret that I do have was that I saw a cosplay of Nier Automata characters. That was 2B and the one from Nier Replicant, I think, or the one that you fight against with the long hair, I'm not sure. But I saw them pass by and I thought, yo, they look really cool. And I think I was too hesitant on taking pictures with them. I'm not even sure why. Yeah, I'm not even sure why, but their cosplays looked amazing. And yeah, I just ended up not doing it. I think that's the only regret I have. I mean, I didn't even finish the game, if I'm being honest, but they just looked amazing. But I guess that's what it is. But I think it's okay. I'm happy with the pictures that I took now. I mean, yesterday, all the pictures that I was able to take into interactions that I had, but otherwise, you know, I think we're good. Okay. Oh. To be fair, I didn't really care about that world. There was too much cutesy pastry stuff. Okay, I thought I fell for it again. Okay. Okay. Oh, I hate this game. What else is there to talk about? Oh yeah, I also met a classmate. Cause she was working, she's trying to find like internships. Actually, we found 2 classmates. There was the old classmate, one that tried to find an internship, and a different one. Oh, I'm going backwards. One that tried looking for an internship, and the different one that I already met like a couple weeks ago that I saw again. I think she was like with her brother or her boyfriend. I'm not sure who that was. And yeah, it was pretty awesome. So we were talking like just for a bit and in a slight distance because we were like sitting and eating or something. And then when she walked away, I had my homegirl going like, man, she came like she had a glow. Like she was so pretty. And she said like since like there was like context where she had like a falling out with another girl who like kept using her like as a kept using her like some footstool in a way. Like she always kind of talked shit about her and demeaned her essentially. And once they parted ways and they were not friends anymore. They I'm assuming she got a glow up. The thing is, I always thought she was pretty. Yeah, I always thought she was pretty. But I never, like. Well, it's funny that she's only saying this now. Her hair looked pretty good that day. I will say that. But yeah. But I hope both of the girls, I hope they're doing fine. It's really great to see them both. I did forget that they do like anime. Well, the second one that I saw. Oh, there's an arrow. What's going on? Also, I'm not sure what to do there. If it's gonna lead me to anything. I'm just going randomly. I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. To be fair, I do have my VPN on. I'm not sure if I should have said this, but I mean, it should be running well. Whatever. It feels like I'm being trolled right now. Yeah. This is like the endless staircases. Huh. Oh. Oh, I thought that. Yeah, that's just the menu theme. Thought it was a yume key. Oh! Awesome. Finally. It's so difficult to find effects in this game because of how it just feels impossible. Like because of how big the world is. I feel like my yume sessions have been kind of whack lately. Because there's a lot of to discover, but I always end up being the most uninteresting. I end up being in very uninteresting places, but then I get like cock blocked. Maybe there's something there. Maybe I should go back to the candy world. Huh. Yeah, I might need a knife for that. Okay, that's nothing. I'm assuming. Do I have anything else to talk about? Should I talk about LARPers again? I mean, I will say it ends up being really annoying having a bunch of people on your dick because you decided to like old technology and everything that you do. Like any old console that you have, whether it's a handheld or like, it has to be inauthentic. Like it's impossible for you to like this, even though gaming nowadays is kind of dog shit. Like I have a PS5 in my room and there are games for it, but why? Like no, like there's just so much variety, way more variety in the games that I have on my 3DS, for example. Oh, so what do you oh, I've been here before. So yeah, it's really annoying. It's annoying to get diminished for liking something. But again, just the term alone, LARPing. Most people don't even understand what it means. They just throw it out. Bro, I shit you not. I saw a video of somebody. Like it's the same girl I talked about yesterday. It's like a girl on Instagram. She keeps posting like tutorials or like tutorials how to get video games on your 3DS, and she puts like QR codes of like homebrew games. Like there was like a code for Geometry Dash, which was pretty good. Oh fuck. I tried the game. It was really good. Anyway, like she does this kind of content, and every time, I swear, every time she posts anything 3DS related, you will always, without fail, find an account or like find a comment just accusing her of LARPing. God, I hate the way people destroy these definitions of these words. So yeah. Also, but just go get back. Like I shit you not, she posted a video, like showing what game she plays when she takes the train. Like she thinks she took like a 2-hour train ride. And she showed like how she was playing Pokemon Y and stuff, and she was really actively playing the game. She was pretty far in the game too, as it seemed. Like she had a save state. She had everything. Like you could see that she was playing pretty far, and more importantly, she also had games that were also in her own interest, like that she was personally interested in. And somehow she still got like a LARPing comment. Like, how are you a poser for doing the thing that you're supposed to do? I don't know, it's stupid. I just wish it would stop anytime soon, because it's just so lame. It's just so boring. It just diminishes authenticity to the fullest, and it's just yeah, it's just simply obnoxious, and just I don't know. Like, this is something that we really don't need right now. You don't need to get this mad over somebody buying a video game console. Oh fuck. Yeah, let me go back. Awesome. You don't need to get this mad over a video game console, I promise you. I thought this was an exit. Unfortunate. But yeah. I don't know what else to talk about. Oh yeah, I will say that Maida's speech, it sort of kind of inspired me to. Okay. I feel like I'm heading towards the toddler route. Maida's speech really, it did inspire me, because hearing just simple words such as Sakuga Kantoku, or all these terms like Genga, or just like what I just said earlier, it fills me with, it brims me with this need, this feeling of, man, I want to nerd out about this shit all fucking day, whether you like it or not. It's not bad. And it's so, and I think that's something that I've missed, because I like my community, but I feel like in order to participate in it, even if you don't really have to, um I need to post something. Technically, I don't need to. I feel like if I come back, I at least I want to show that I have been working on something. Um, and I want to be honest too, of course, and saying, and being. I want to be transparent. I'd love to talk about how. Well, the things I've struggled with. Maybe it could inspire somebody to an extent. But hearing Maida-san's speech was really great, especially like the last bit of saying, yeah, like you see the people, like all these people who they're here for a reason. They're here just for that. I wish I could have recorded the last bit of that interview. But it's fine, honestly, cause either way, I'm already talking about it, so I kept an archive of it, and it's the way I perceived it is the way it inspires me, of course. So what I heard from him and how I interpreted it is always gonna remain pretty influential and important to me, whether it's accurate or not, 100% accurate. At least, well, as long as it preserves the original, the essence, the idea of what he was trying to say. And when it comes to animation stuff, that really, yeah, that just really inspires me just to geek out about these things. And as I was at the spot, like most people have no clue what any of this stuff is. You know, this whole, I don't think most people know what a keyframe is, if I'm being honest. But and as I was thinking, I was thinking, okay, anime at this point, it's not the most niche thing. But what's really niche, it's not the most niche thing. It used to be. It was like the most popular of the most niche things. I think the one thing that you could be really judged for, which was just the norm. But now it has become the norm that it is popular now, and you have certain populations that you would never expect to watch anime now, which is still mind-boggling to me, to this day, even 6 years later after that great TikTok anime boom. So that you have that, and while you could argue that it still remains in a niche, especially in this place where this anime convention, where you have all these people assembled just for one thing, and once it's over, they just go back to their regular lives, and you don't even know where they are. They're all like sporadically spread across the whole country. While you can argue that that it is a niche, and it could be right or wrong, there's a insanely strong certainty that making animations, now that is a niche. And I think that it feels nearly it to me it I don't think it feels nearly impossible to find somebody who's actually into animation and who's really into it, like who's into it, who is into it like I'm into it in the community and interacting with it and all that stuff. I think that is something. The day I find somebody who's really into animation and I get to interact with them, talk about them, and they, whether it's inspired by Western standards or Eastern standards, doesn't matter. It's still animation. If I ever meet somebody like this who's really tapped in and who really creates their stuff, like I at least want to see like 30 seconds of a portfolio. you know, maybe 15. I don't fucking know. But I want to see stuff, you know. If they are tapped in, they know the terms, they know what they're doing, they understand it, they feel it, they like doing it. You know, that's when um that's where I can be like, holy shit, there's no way I actually found somebody who actually likes animation. I did meet somebody at my old school who wanted to get into animation. And I can't fully count it, but she tried doing it. It was pretty awesome to actually see somebody being curious in it. But she was more into the more Disney stuff, which was not my cup of tea. But it was just nice seeing her take that approach and try to make something that is kind of different from, I don't know what I'm talking about. Now, it's just so nice to see somebody even interested in animation. I think, yeah, I don't want this to be my standard because the girl that I talked to, apparently she's kind of a not good person. But it is still awesome. It's still insane to even hear somebody say that, yes, I am interested in animation. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Welcome to the club, you know? But, oh, unfortunately. Oh. Well, yeah. It's unfortunate, I will say. Oh. Which theme was this again? Hold on, let me turn it up. I forgot which theme that was, but I did listen to it on YouTube multiple times. A lot of times even. What's it called again? There's no name, okay. Where did they put the names again? If I take a picture here. Okay. Don't they usually put it on the map itself? I did not want to open the wiki, okay? Why did that open the wiki anyway? Crystal Waters. And that, oh no, it was Crystal Gypsy. Right? I'm not sure. Animation. Yeah, just hearing Maida talk about these specific terms and being like one of the few. Maybe there were other people who are like fully interested into animation the way I am, like who's like actually a part of the community. I love this. Like hear him talk about it and being like one of the few to hear it. It does make one feel lonely. I mean, there's still the animation community online, but obviously not really the same thing. But it's just, yeah, it's great. It's great, and it does remind me of wanting to go back and see what all the other guys make. I've seen some mutuals, like I've been getting a lot of animation stuff the past few days on my main Instagram account, and I saw like mutuals on that I follow on Twitter, who are like way better than me, of course. And I saw them, they got gigs for anime, and I'm thinking, damn, that's incredible. Now I still have Chris following me, which is also crazy. I'm not sure why or how he even found my account and why he only decided to follow. Oh yeah, he doesn't have Twitter anymore. It's because of that stupid One Piece fan that kept pissing him off, I think, and his community alongside. This music is so goated, by the way. But yeah, you know, all that stuff and it's like I didn't do anything with it. And I don't think it's necessarily late, but it can feel frustrating to think to myself, man, I need, like, I need to take advantage of that. It's not even taking advantage. Whoa, this is pretty. What do I want to say again? Yeah, it's not taking advantage. It's rather keep. Yeah, you have to keep it going. You have to love. You have to kind of be engaged, love doing it, being consistent with it, sacrifice and stuff. It's such a hard. I have a hard time dealing with that kind of stuff. I think we're gonna end soon. I think it's a great place to end this, especially with the music. I think I'm not sure where to go, if I'm being honest. Let me see the map. So there's a beach area. That's it? Isn't this where I came from? I don't remember. Yeah, this is where I came from. I took the boat. Didn't see that. I'm not even sure if you can interact with that. Kinda confused, frankly. I don't think that's an issue. I am curious to see what the other thing is. But I just wanna listen to the music for a bit. So, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm good. Okay. Just want to see that, whatever that thing was. Just gonna interact with it, so I'm not gonna do much, for being honest. Another homegirl just texted me. I'm not sure why, but at some point I kept questioning myself as to why I only talk to girls, only interact with girls. I've come to a point where I'm just thinking, like, I thought about how that could have an influence on how others could perceive me. And I think the second I even have this thought of how could people perceive me is where I should just think like, yeah, this is just stupid and bullshit. Because I love all of them. Okay? Like I love them. They are incredible. So what? So who cares, really? It's not like I'm exclusive, like I'm against making friends that are guys, you know? I love making friends that are guys, of course, too, of course. But I'm always being with girls at the end. They're stupid sometimes, but I like them. Where's that thing? Did they get lost? If I go backwards? Not even sure what that is. I feel like I walked in a short circle. Did I go too far to the right? Not sure where I am. Whatever. I feel like even me saying that, having this thought, just perpetuate this stupid mindset of I feel like that's also like an American thing, like where you cannot be friends with girls. Like even yesterday there was a guy that my homegirl knew, and he was like, are y'all dating? Or oh yeah, I think it was worth tracking with this. He was like, yeah, are y'all girlfriends or boyfriends, or are y'all your friends? And obviously we said we were friends and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I was like, okay, like it was, those kinds of questions are kind of awkward. Why even ask that in the first place? Like, what does that matter to you? Like, you trying to spit some game or something? Or I also hate this thing. It's like those content creators. Like there's this thing where, you know, people used to go on Omegle, and they were asking like, you have like, they're like on a call, and obviously they have to sensationalize everything that they do and act like very obnoxious and stuff. And they see like a guy and the girl, they're like in the same room. They are both on a call. You have the guy going like, oh, are y'all like a couple, or like married? And they go like, nah, we're just friends, we know each other since like college, and we just thought, yeah, let's kick it and shit. And you have like the other guy, like the streamer or the YouTuber or whatever, trying to kinda being like on some, oh, she put you on a friend zone type of shit, or like, nah, I know you're trying to hit that. It's like, bro, stop being weird, bro. What if he's not interested? What about that? Because the only explanation when you say that you're not interested is by saying that you're gay. What if he's not gay? like, like what the fuck? Like, yeah, friendships between two genders, even the idea of this is like more like overly woke shit, but in the idea of how do I say this? Of generalizing genders into two binaries. Yeah, it goes back into this whole there's more than two genders bullshit. um, just putting a binary to that, I think it's just stupid enough to the point where it's like it's as if you put two opposites and you expect those two opposites to interact, um, like it's like you look at somebody as animals. It's like you look at two people as animals. It's like you look at them, and you just expect back. Well, it's like you look at these two, and you just expect them to breed. That's how it feels whenever people try to say these kinds of stupid ass things. And it's just ignorant. It's just so it it makes me feel weird, and I don't like it in the slightest. Nice. Like, I think that needs to stop. I really think it needs to stop. It's very it makes me uncomfortable. I like this one a lot. Wait. Oh, okay. Tried playing with the volume. I thought that it had an influence on whatever. Yeah, I hope people. I think it's not something that will go away, but there's something so annoying in having to explain yourself that you have friends that are girls. Like, they are just girls, okay? They were just born with a different genitalia. Like, they were just born with a different genitalia. Maybe through social constructing, social, whatever you call it. They just behave in a certain manner that differentiates from your social upbringing, due to the fact that you're perceived as a girl and how that influences them. But ultimately, they're just people, bro. It's not even that I'm saying anything groundbreaking, but for some, that is the case, which is insane. I even hate that I have to say this, because now it makes me sound like some kind of woke fiend. Like, you know, like those performative people. The word performative is starting to piss me off as well. All these stupid buzzwords, whatever. I hated that place, by the way. But yeah. I don't even know why I said all that. But, I like this one. Oh. Oh, I love it. Nice. Yeah, that plays, yeah, fair enough. I love that people drew it. Usually I would have probably stopped it right here, but I really want to, I guess, maybe it's not screenwrite, but write a concept on the animation that I want to make. Oh, missed one. Oh, I've seen that one the other day, no, right? I don't know. Import? Okay. $10. Probably would have had more. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll try writing something. Should I do it on live? But I do want to take a break too. What time even is it? Oh yeah, also Hunger texted me as well, so it's noon 33 only. Yeah, I'm planning on doing some different stuff. I ate already, and yeah. Um, Whatever. Maybe not today. Maybe not today. I also need to take a shit. If I take a break, it's gonna take some time. Like I'm just gonna be off the stream for like 30 minutes and come back and haphazardly do stuff. So I didn't save. Yes, I did actually. Okay. Let me save that. Yeah, let me just yeah. I'll just send it here. Yeah. Okay. We good. All right. Nearly 2 hours. Perfect. Okay. Well, maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll put up a stream later in the day. Who knows? But I'm happy for the stuff I did. I'm happy about the stuff that I talked about. Also, need to write some notes in my notebook. Maybe I can use this stream as a reference, which is also pretty nice. But yeah, can't wait to see my classmates again to talk about it too. They've already seen my stories, and I hope we can talk about this as well. So otherwise, I love how things have been, even though I'm broke as shit, I've been feeling great times lately. I've been feeling really happy. Not necessarily happy, like strongly happy, as if I can intensely feel it, but it feels more so as if I'm just content. It's like I don't have anything to complain about, because when bad stuff happens, there are times where I can just go to the things that make me forget about these things and give me a better mental later on to tackle on these bad things, little by little, of course. But it's just great to have some sort of refuge in a way. So I'm really happy about the day yesterday. I'm happy for the tickets that were given to me, and I'm happy about just the whole experience, just being in the place essentially just made for me, seeing all these different people with the same interests for the first time ever. So I'm very content. But yeah, let me end it here. Just that Yume session wasn't the best, but whatever. Anyway, bye bye.